They came with guns and arrogance. They came for gold and something far more sacred. But they did not expect her. A woman, a grandmother, who would defy the might of the British Empire and lead a war that shook West Africa to its core. The Ashanti Kingdom, deep in the heart of what is now Ghana, was no ordinary African kingdom. By the late 19th century, it stood as a political and military powerhouse. With a capital at Kumasi, roads lined with royal processions, and warriors feared across the Gold Coast. At the heart of their identity was a golden stool, not just a royal throne, but the very soul of the Ashanti people. It was said to have descended from the heavens itself, carrying the spirit of a nation. By 1896, the British Empire had tightened its grip on the Gold Coast. After years of tension, they exiled the Ashanti king, Prempeh I, to the Seychelles. The Ashanti people were leaderless, vulnerable. Then, in 1900, Governor Frederick Hodgson made a fatal demand. He ordered the Ashanti to bring him the golden stool so he could sit on it. When the chiefs hesitated, one voice rose above them all, sharp, unyielding, and filled with fire. Yaa Asantewaa, mid-60s, regal yet fierce, stepped forward, draped in richly patterned kent, coral beads glowing against her dark skin. She raised a musket high before a crowd of warriors in a forest clearing. Her voice cut through the still air. If you men will not go forward, then we will. We women will fight. We will fight till the last of oars falls in the battlefields of Asante. March 1900. Yaa Asantewaa's army moved like the forest itself, unseen yet everywhere. In Kumasi, the British governor Frederick Hodgson and his soldiers found themselves trapped inside their own fortress, surrounded by warriors they had underestimated. For months, the Ashanti squeezed the fort like a tightening noose. Supply lines cut, messengers ambushed. No food, no water, no escape. The Ashanti fought with the patience of hunters and precision of ghosts, striking from the shadows, vanishing into the green walls of the forest, then striking again. But the British had reinforcements. From the coast, columns of soldiers marched inland, their rifles modern, their artillery devastating. The jungle echoed with the thunder of their advance. The siege began to crack. By the end of 1900, the British smashed through the Ashanti defenses, village after village. Burned to ash, Yaa Asantewaa was captured, chains on her wrists, yet her head held high. Through the poor Cape Coast, she walked past rows of soldiers toward the ship that would carry her into exile to the Seychelles, the same fate as her king. She never set foot on Ashanti soil again, but the fire she lit, the courage she embodied, could not be conquered. It burned in the hearts of her people long after she was gone. Today, Yaa Asantewaa is remembered as one of Africa's greatest leaders, a queen who would not bow. In Ghana, schools bear her name. Songs still rise in praise of her courage. Statues stand tall in her honor, watching over the land she fought for. Her war did not bring independence, but it left the British with a truth they could never erase, that the Ashanti could be defeated in battle, but never in spirit. She was a queen without a crown, a general without an army, yet she stood against an empire. Yaa Asantewaa's story is not just history. It is a reminder that courage knows no gender, and resistance knows no age. Remember her name and tell her story. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Whisper the Past for more untold stories so that you don't miss our next video.